Hey, this is Marcus Washington, MTC Media, here at Capital One Arena, Georgetown, and Binghamton tonight. First and foremost, the music in the background I cannot control. I'm here. It's about 2 hours and 15 minutes before tip, so you got some early work going in. And the music these days certainly aren't the music I grew up with, right? But back to the game. So Georgetown comes in off the win off of Maryland. Binghamton coming here off a loss to Niagara. The Bearcats are 1-2, and of course the Hoyas are 2-0. Few things about Binghamton. I want to talk about three players. First of all, Demetrius Lilly. He's had double-doubles in two of the games against Syracuse and Niagara. I don't think he played in the RIT game, but he does have turnover issues. He will turn the ball over. He had 5 turnovers against Syracuse. He had 2 or 3 in the Niagara game. He is so far 0 for 5 from 3. They want to keep him within 2, kind of a finisher, kind of a putback guy. That type of guy. He's going to try to be tough. He's going to be trying to be physical inside the lane, and you know, that kind of threw me off, of course. Try to be physical and tough inside the lane, try to get second shots. So Georgetown, this is something they need to be aware of. Zaire Beverly, he's the other wing. He's very athletic, likes to finish. He'll get on the boards too, and he tries to do it with his athleticism. He likes to finish it. He had a good game against RIT. He's kind of their second or third leading scorer. And again, these are guys, Lilly and Beverly are guys you have to get a body on. It's just in different ways. Lilly is going to try to outpower you, try to push you under, try to do those things. Beverly thinks that he's going to be able to be this athletic guy who kind of goes over you, makes a spectacular rebound, that type of guy. So both of them want to get on the boards. They just want to get on the boards in a different way. At the point guard spot, Freudian slip there, is Jeremiah Quigley. Now, some of you guys might already know Quigley. He played at McNamara. His freshman year, he was at Iona. His sophomore year, he was at George Mason. This is 3 schools in 3 years. He is now here at Binghamton, who probably finally uses him the way that he would like to be used. Ball is always in his hands. He has the option of passing and scoring, that type of thing. But he also will turn the ball over, and he will give you the ball. Now, you'll say, well, he didn't have any turnovers against Niagara. He was also in foul trouble against Niagara. But if you look at the other games, he is not always careful with the ball. Look at it this way. Last year at George Mason, there was a reason why Mason moved a shooting guard to point guard, had a 5th-year senior as a point guard, as the backup, and then the third point guard was a freshman, right? That's why Quigley is not in Fairfax and why he's here. So there are reasons why and how he ended up here. Now, for the Hoyas, you know, the 3-point shooting could have been better against Maryland. I thought they had good looks. There was a few forces. Maybe Kayvon had the one bad one down in there. So it is cleaning up the quality of the threes. I also, on the cross screen, if you go back through that game, there's a lot of times where Julius comes over when he was in the game, or Big Vince comes over and they're there. Now, they don't always present themselves in a strong, demanding way. There was a couple times they came across and it kind of stood straight up and down. One time Vince was all the way off by the short corner, and it's supposed to go in there and making contact, hitting and sealing. Saw a lot of that at Virginia last night. You talk about physical. Anytime they went high-low or any sort of post-up, it was hit the defender first, you deliver the first blow, and you seal. I do not see that out of Julius and Big Vince. Not because it's not being taught. Obviously, it's being taught. It's one of the best player development coaching staffs in the country. Of course, it's being taught. Those guys aren't bringing what's being taught out there. Tonight's and one of those nights you want to do that. When you're going to post up, you post up with a purpose. You're coming off a cross screen. You come there on top of the box. You go, you deliver the first blow. You seal that guy so he can't work his way around. So the guy who has the ball on the wing, who's looking inside, sees that you're demanding and ready to get the ball, and then you're getting down there, and then you have more scoring opportunities. But they have to prove that they want the ball. I didn't think in Maryland, the game against Maryland, they always proved that they wanted the ball. KJ should be able to get downhill in the structure of the offense quite a bit and be able to push the ball up some. And we'll get to the keys in a second. But individually for him and get to the front of the rim. And for guys like Caleb, it's Caleb being Caleb, right? This is going to be the type of game where there's really not going to be a guy that can necessarily be stronger or be highly out athletic at a high level than Caleb. This could be a game where you see another double-double. You might see more points. You might see more threes. I love how he's putting the ball on the floor when guys are coming with reckless, hard closeouts. Very, very good job. You know, we saw a reckless, hard closeout last night cost Wake Forest on Elliot Cadeau's game-tying layup, right? So if God's going to do that to Caleb, go ahead, put that ball on the floor and get right to the 10, which he is doing better and better. As far as keys to the game, we're going to first start with turnovers. Georgetown's guards should be able to turn over Binghamton guards at will. Be physical with them, they will give you the ball. They are not tough guys like that. They are not ball handlers like that. There are none of that like that. You press up on them and you pressure them, you turn them once or twice, and they are all up in their heads. And now the ball is all the way out here, or the ball's getting fumbled in here. And now all of a sudden it's a turnover waiting to happen. And that's the way you get live ball turnovers. And that leads into my second thing. Binghamton does not do a good job of getting back. You can out-transition them for an entire game. They don't have good forward bounds. There aren't guys splitting back. Now, at the beginning of this game, maybe they will because they'll be motivated because they're playing against Georgetown. That's not going to happen for 40 minutes, even if it happens for 4 minutes. Georgetown's fast break points should be off of the charts. It should be off of the charts. So go ahead, press the guards. You get the rebound out, first pass out, everybody sprint. Because they're not motivated. They're not sprinting back. They're not getting back. And I know the excuse is going to be, well, Binghamton has been so hurt. It's been a rare occurrence where they can practice with 10 players. They've been using managers and those guys to practice because they haven't been able to practice with 10 players. They got tired against Niagara. It's why Niagara ended up beating them at Binghamton, because as the game went down the stretch, bad shots, bad decisions, bad defense, the whole 9 yards. Georgetown, we don't even have to let it get down the stretch. You go out there, you harass those guards, you go ahead and have them take bad shots. Their bad shots will be the first pass of your fast break. Those guys don't have good floor balance in transition and they don't get back in transition. Now you have 2 points here, or maybe you have a transition 3. Those things will be open to you tonight, right? So, and last thing, and not least, is take the game serious. You got to take the game serious. There is not a 30-point shot, right? So by the under 16, you're not going to be up by 20, and by the under 8, be up by 45. So play this game, go through your stuff. Go through your stuff as if that's UConn. And then it will naturally build up and you'll naturally grow that lead. And then we'll be, at the under 12 of the second half, and the score should be, 65-31 or something along those lines. That's how you build it up. So it's being patient, doing the things you're supposed to do, keeping your discipline, play to the standard, not to the opponent, and then this game becomes a blowout. Can't wait to see you tonight here at Cap 1. Be ready, be loud, be happy, be really ready to cheer on the Hoyas. It's Marcus Washington, MTC Media.